Black people are the cool. They
make things cool.
They're the culture drivers of America without question.
Filters.
It's incredibly important to remember that so much of what we love in America comes from Black culture.
But you see, they come from a people of accomplishment to one degree or another. Not a people of piracy and theft and appropriation. They come from a people who created and built and developed in their own land. And even though you did everything that you could possibly do to suppress them, to hold them down, to hold them back, and you're still doing that until today, nevertheless, I don't think anyone can dispute the fact that African Americans have become a global cultural superpower. Culturally, they're a superpower.
Today, we will hear white people sending strong messages of truth to their white supremacist communities about history of foundational Black American culture. Check it out.
Most of the stuff y'all consume is Black American culture. Most of the stuff y'all see, hear, listen to, want to wear is Black American culture. Yet y'all give white people your flowers for what? What y'all giving white people your flowers for? Like, I really don't understand. And next time y'all say, I love the 90s style, I love the Y2K style, I love baggy clothes, Black American style. That's Black American culture. Next time y'all say, I love rock music, and y'all think of Elvis Presley. Rock music didn't start with Elvis Presley. Rock music started with Black Americans. Country music started with Black Americans. House music started with Black Americans. Techno is Black music. Hip-hop is Black music. R&B is Black music. Blues, jazz, gospel is Black music. Everything that y'all consume, most of the stuff is Black music. People dress like Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is dressed like TLC, Da Brat, and MC Light. But y'all don't know who that is, so the conversation doesn't even make sense. You know, like, I'm so sick and tired of people thinking Black Americans don't have culture when they are the culture. Y'all love the gift and not the giver. Y'all love everything that Black people produce, but y'all don't like Black people. Y'all love everything that Black people give you, but you don't respect Black people. Y'all love everything that Black people, it only exists because of Black people. You only exist because of Black people.
Well, and welcome to another day in the racist-ass United States. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the globe, and we're going to talk about culture. Because there's one culture here, dear, that's under attack, and it's going to affect everyone, no matter where you live. Did you know that there's one culture that dominates the globe? Everything from the clothes that you wear, to the food that you eat, to the music that you listen to. One culture that dominates, baby. I mean, dominates. Black American culture. And it's under attack here in the US of A. And you might be thinking to yourself, what the fuck is this white girl talking about today? Who brought you jazz? Black Americans. Who brought you rhythm and blues? Black Americans. Who brought you soul? Black Americans. And this one's really gonna sting. Who brought you rock and roll? Black Americans did. In places like Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and Memphis, Tennessee. St. Louis, too. That was Black Americans who brought that to you. Rap, dear, Black Americans brought that everywhere. You can go all across the globe and you will find some soul food. Yes, you will, boo. Let's talk about the clothes that you wear, the way you do your hair, your makeup too, brought to you by Black American culture, boo. As a matter of fact, Black American culture and their fashion has reached the heights of Gucci, Versace, honey, name a house today. They look the way of Black American culture before the clothes are made. It is the most dominant culture on the globe, and it is under attack today by the mediocre-ass white men here in the US of A. So if you think racism is just an American problem, baby, well, it could affect your style, your can eat, and your freedom too. Because it was Black Americans, baby, that set the stage for civil rights for every fucking body across the globe today. I am so tired of hearing people talk about my fellow Black Americans as if they haven't provided to us everything today. Everything. Hell, even the way you speak was brought to you by Black Americans. The slang you use, honey, was brought to you by Black American culture. All of it. Black American culture. And they deserve some respect for that. Because where the would we be without it? Listening to dull-ass music, eating flavorless food, and all dressed the same like we're in a cult, boo. That's where you'd be without Black American culture.
I don't know if you can think of a people who were more held back, more deprived, more sabotaged than African Americans. You took everything away from them and took them away from everything. They started in your country at less than zero, literally regarded and treated as subhuman, not allowed to learn to read or write or anything for hundreds of years. But you see, they come from a people of accomplishment to one degree or another, not a people of piracy and theft and appropriation. They come from a people who created and built and developed in their own land. And even though you did everything that you could possibly do to suppress them, to hold them down, to hold them back, and you're still doing that until today, nevertheless, I don't think anyone can dispute the fact that African Americans have become a global cultural superpower.
But I specifically want this to reach the white folks who are obsessed with or drawn to Black culture and who are not allowing that to transform us, make us better human beings, and then taking that and actively working to dismantle the violent and delusional system of anti-Black racism and white supremacy. Because otherwise, we're a lot like those white vampires in the movie Sinners, the Irish dude and the Klan member and his wife. We want to be energy vampires, creative vampires, culture vultures, suck all the energy, the rhythm, the seasoning, the goodness, the creativity, the ingenuity out of Black culture, profit off of it, get like cool points from it, whatever it is, for our proximity to Blackness. Oh, and also like whether we're friends with, in relationship with Black people, we adopt a Black child. It's the, I'm not racist, I adopted a Black kid. I'm not racist, I date Black men. I'm not racist, I have Black friends. We are racist. That's point blank, period. When you are in a violent racist system, we all have racism we need to continuously confront. Anti-Blackness we continuously need to confront. And that goes for all people. Anti-Blackness is in all of us. The delusion and violence of white supremacy, white beauty standards, all of it is something we need to be able to identify and confront, right? So that takes it and it makes it less personal. It should. And then when we are learning from Black comedians, Black music artists, Black writers, poets, playwrights, academics, inventors, we are learning from, inspired by, challenged to grapple with our humanity. If that does not translate into tangible action to tear this shit down, we are just like the vampires and sinners, just taking, and wanting to profit and benefit from it and not doing anything to make this world, this country more livable, safer, more equitable, whatever language you want to use. Less volatile, less violent. When we actively work to force ourselves, these systems, our community members, our church, our fellow church members, our employers and our coworkers, our friends, our loved ones, to take the boot off the neck of Black folks and just let them live. Like, look at the destruction of Black Wall Street, Lake Lanier. Black folks, descendants of chattel slavery, enslaved people when abolition happened and Black folks freed themselves. Don't get that twisted. Don't believe the lie about Abraham Lincoln and all that. He hated black people. He wanted to ship everyone back off to Africa once they were freed. And they never got reparations, still to this day. Even then, during Reconstruction, black folks were able to build vibrant cities and towns, build up what they did in Tulsa, Greenwood. And white folks terrorize them and burn it all to the ground. So the least we could do is do the work of making it so that this world stops terrorizing black people. So if we're just find ourselves enthralled with and mesmerized by and obsessed with black culture, trying to emulate black culture, trying to take from black culture, so many music artists, all forms of music derive from and are originally from black culture, black people. We want to take it all and we want to do nothing with it. And we have to reckon with that in our souls. And so if we want to be more human, let that draw. It makes sense that we're drawn to black culture. It's the blueprint. It's the source. These are the children of the Most High. Of course, they're going to be the most brilliant creators. The least we can do is try to make the world more livable for those who have inspired us, those who have made us more human, those who have helped point us to and direct us to the Most High.
Many people don't want to acknowledge that the black community are the chosen people because, let's get deep into this, because in reality, they have the knowledge that most people don't have. Like, the only reason why people know how to farm is because of the black community. The only reason why we have the music that we have today is because of the black community. There wouldn't be no rock or metal if it wasn't for blues and jazz. There wouldn't be pop music if it wasn't for disco. There's a lot of things that they created that white people never did. White people really don't have that deep of knowledge. It's either stolen ideas or they're bought. Let's be real. What did white people really invent? You could say Tesla from Elon Musk, but he didn't make that. It was a stolen idea. If you go read what he did, he literally stole the whole business. You could say Trump, but what did Trump do? Stolen ideas, copied somebody else's ideas, just like his speeches. It's like a lot of white people just copy people. I mean, look at the dances on here. Who created those dances? The black community. And that's why this app's so boring right now, because it's not because all this stuff that's going on and the negativity. The black community literally just took their energy away. That's why this app was positive, because a lot of the white people were copying their dance move, copying this, copying that, and they stopped doing it, stopped posting on here because none of you will give them the credit or the acknowledgement that they created that dance move or that idea. Before this land was taken, white people had no clue what the fuck to do. They were taught their language, they were taught how to farm, they were taught how to season their food that they still don't know how to do. That's another thing, seasoning. All their favorite foods, barbecuing. You love the barbecue, right? That was the black community's idea. This is why they are chosen. They have the knowledge that most people don't have. That's why white people are jealous of them, because they know they have no creative ideas. They don't know how to cook, some of them. They don't know how to do much anything. They have to copy and paste everything the black community does because they have no ideas of their own, or they're jealous of their looks, jealous of their ding-dongs, whatever. Because their light is shining more than white people's. And honestly, the Bible says there's antichrists everywhere. The Antichrist, blah, blah, blah. But white people are the Antichrist. You have no Christ consciousness whatsoever. If anything, you try to erase Christ consciousness. I mean, look at all of you right now in this day and age. But yeah, none of you has Christ consciousness. Most white people are full of hate. And a lot of black people are full of love. How do I know this? Because the black community treated me better than my own race.
The problem with racism in America is that too many white people believe it's simply about conscious hate, about burning crosses, slurs, or open hostility. But racism is much bigger, much deeper, and far more deceptive than that. Racism is not just a personal attitude, it's a system. A complex network of social, political, and economic levers and pulleys set up generations ago to keep working on behalf of white people, whether they're aware of it or not. This system operates like an autopilot of inequality. It doesn't need a racist person to function, it just needs the system to stay in place. Schools that favor certain zip codes, job markets that overlook certain names, police systems that criminalize certain skin tones, and court systems that excuse certain crimes. Racism is an insidious cultural disease. It doesn't care if you're a white person who claims to love black people. It will still find a way to infect how you see, judge, and treat people who don't look like you. It shows up in policies, in hiring decisions, in zoning laws, in neighborhood watch calls, and even in the quiet silence of those who claim neutrality while standing inside unjust systems. Yes, racism often looks like hate, but hate is just one symptom. It also looks like privilege, unearned advantages that white people inherit simply by existing in a world designed for them. It looks like access, the ability to move freely through systems that block others. And it looks like ignorance, the refusal to learn, to listen, to acknowledge that the playing field has never been equal. Even America's so-called fair systems carry the fingerprints of white supremacy. Look at fair housing alliances, equal opportunity programs, or even the justice system itself. Scratch the surface and you'll find the same pattern. White people create, fund, and control the very systems that claim to fix the problems they caused. They write the rules, enforce the rules, and then tell the oppressed to play by those rules. It's like a magician's trick, creating both the problem and the illusion of the solution. And nowhere is this hypocrisy clearer than in the white church. For centuries, churches and seminaries have tried to separate Christian identity from the violence committed against black people. They preach forgiveness and charity while standing silent on slavery, segregation, as if the gospel of Christ could coexist with the whip, the rope, and the burning cross. Don't talk about charity drives. The Ku Klux Klan had poor relief programs too, but that didn't make it any less of a terrorist organization. Church records from Klan meetings show dues, elections, and even charity work, all while spreading terror among black families. And to this day, the white church still hasn't fully owned up to its role in sanctifying and protecting racial violence in America. This refusal to confront the violence embedded in America's religious institutions explains why every other form of violence, from mass shootings to police brutality, continues unchecked. You cannot build peace on top of unacknowledged terror. Then there's capitalism, which feeds off racism like a parasite. The cries for law and order and hard work are rarely about justice or morality. They're about protecting a thing-oriented society, not a people-oriented one. Capitalism turns human beings into profit margins and labor tools, dehumanizing those at the bottom, who, conveniently, are overwhelmingly black people. White supremacy and capitalism are twins, born of greed, sustained by fear, and justified by myths of superiority. You can't dismantle racism without also confronting the capitalistic spirit that measures worth by wealth instead of humanity. And that fear, that deep, centuries-old white fear, is the real heartbeat of racism. Fear of losing control, fear of equality, fear of accountability. From the plantation to the police station, that fear has been the fuel. It's why laws were written to limit black progress. It's why black neighborhoods are underfunded. It's why every black movement for justice is met with suspicion and backlash. This nation was built on a foundation of bias, bigotry, and control, and that indoctrination was handed down through generations. It's so ingrained that it feels normal, even to those who claim to reject racism. And yet, here we are, still fighting for equality in education, housing, healthcare, employment, and justice, the same battles our ancestors fought a century ago. So the real question is not why black people are still angry, but why white America is still comfortable. Why is it that wherever black people live, work, or rise, someone always has a problem with it? That problem isn't ours, it's theirs. Racism is not a black problem. It's a white problem that infects the entire society. Tell me what you think about this topic. Hope you find the information in this video informative. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Thanks for watching.